Everyone, it is good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with this. Nationwide, flights on Southwest Airlines were paused after reports of technical problems came in. In Spokane, 4 arrivals and 3 departures were delayed during this pause. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, Southwest Airlines requested the pause, but didn't say why they needed it. So passengers at the airport were left grounded and waiting for flights.
I'm fine with it. I've never had a problem with Southwest Airlines before, so those things happen sometimes.
All right, an easygoing passenger there. We like it. In a statement, the airline said, quote, early this morning, a vendor-supplied firewall went down in connection to some operational data was unexpectedly lost. So it took Southwest Airlines 2 hours to get the issue fixed. Planes are now off the ground and flying to their destination, so back up and running. Barker Road at Trent Avenue is opening back up after being closed for more than 2 years. The road will open for drivers coming up tomorrow. This afternoon, the city of Spokane Valley will have a ribbon cutting ceremony that's coming up in just 2 hours at 2 o'clock. The new road goes up and over the BNSF Railway. The city says it will save more than 2.5 hours of wait time each day, and it will help emergency services respond to calls even faster. The whole project cost $26 million. The money was paid for by a combination of city and state funds as well as grants. Construction started way back in March of 2021. It was supposed to be done this past fall, but designing and building a metal safety fence caused some delays. All right, 2 minutes past noon right now, and it is time to head outside where, quite frankly, it's a bit chilly. So we sent Thomas Patrick out to the KREM 2 Weather Center so he could bring us back the information.
Yeah, I love being in the elements, whether it's rain or shine. I've been out here when it's 109 degrees.
True.
I'll take a, 44, 45, 44 is what the current temperature is. Not bad considering what happened this morning. It was a cold rain. 36 in rain here in Spokane through 4 o'clock in the morning. And those of you in North Idaho saw a little bit of snow. It should have melted by now, and if not, pretty soon here. And notice that nothing's really going on anymore on the Doppler radar across the inland Northwest. Any light rain or snow otherwise has since traveled through our region and has thinned out as it's moved over northwestern Montana. So it shouldn't be too bad of an afternoon, but do notice there's a lot of onshore flow, a lot of showers over western Washington. So the energy is certainly there. A lot of the moisture will get squeezed out by the Cascades, but there will be a chance for a shower just because that moisture is trying to make its way across the Cascades. So I'll include that chance from about 2 to 5 o'clock this afternoon. Still fair amount of cumulus clouds overhead, but today is the coolest day of this week with temperatures probably struggling to hit that 50 mark for today. Don't worry, it gets better from here. We'll show you just how mild the upcoming weekend should be once again.
Testimony is expected to pick back up today in the trial of Lori Velo. Velo is accused of killing 2 of her children and conspiring to kill her husband's ex-wife. The first week of the trial revealed some new details in this ongoing case, including the moments when police discovered the bodies of Velo's children, JJ and Tylee. We also heard from a former friend of Velo's who told the jury that Velo asked her to lie to police shortly after the children went missing. Again, testimony expected to continue today. So for a full recap of what's happened so far in the trial, you can head to our website. It is all posted there on KREM.com. In our In-Session series, we help you make some sense of the ongoing topics that are going on, the top topics in the legislature. This afternoon, a bill is sitting on Governor Jay Inslee's desk waiting for his signature. The bill he is expected to sign will allow for more police chases in Washington state. It passed through the Senate yesterday. The bill lowers the threshold for when police can chase after someone. Right now, they need evidence of a crime under the version finalized by the state Senate. Police can chase someone if the officer has, quote, reasonable suspicion of a crime. It also expands the list of crimes that can trigger a chase, and that includes sexual or violent crimes, DUI, escape, domestic violence, and vehicular assault. Critics, including police, hope that the list would include burglary and car theft. All right, also in Olympia, state lawmakers signed off on the first steps towards legalizing psilocybin. That is the compound found in so-called magic mushrooms for therapy. On Friday, the state Senate passed a bill to create a task force and state board that will come up with a plan for regulating the drug. A pilot program would make the treatment available for some veterans and first responders who are suffering from PTSD, mood disorders, or substance abuse disorders. We did talk to a state senator last year about the proposed bill.
Amazing and hard to believe the amount of long-term success for addiction recovery, depression, anxiety that we're seeing.
Oregon recently passed a law decriminalizing mushrooms. Washington's bill also considers using them for cultural or religious practices. All right, looking ahead, lawmakers in Olympia have until Sunday to finalize other major bills, some of the big ones still on the table. A new 2-year budget, a drug possession law, a bill which would ban the sale of so-called assault weapons, and a possible new transportation budget to pay for road projects all across the state.